Hi there. Happy Monday. Hopefully you're having a good day so far. Maybe you're off of work after the Super Bowl yesterday. If that's the case, jealous of you. That is wonderful. I'm curious if anyone is on and watched the game from start to finish, including the halftime show. Would love to know what you are thinking. That would be great. Your thoughts. I've seen. I mean, first off, I thought when
game horrible.
What's that?
The game horrible.
The game itself was pretty boring. It's probably one of the more boring Super Bowls in a while. But yeah, I have to say I love Charlie Puth singing the national anthem. Thought he crushed it.
That's good.
I loved that. I really thought the halftime show was great. No, I thought it was awesome.
It was really cool.
The whole, just everything.
Trees, the people in the trees.
Yes, I couldn't believe he was up on the power line, like when they fell off the.
Did you know we're in the real moment? Because I said that to somebody. When we were watching here, I was like, "Those plants are people." I saw an arm stick out of one of them.
Yeah, I thought it was really well done.
I mean, it was visually too one of the best in a lot of years.
I thought the same thing too. No, like everything just was so good. And then all the celebrities that were there, like when Lady Gaga came out, I was like, oh my gosh, this is crazy. Like, wow, that's
the other guy.
That's awesome.
What was the other guy?
Oh, Ricky Martin. Ricky Martin. Yeah, I mean, it was. I think I must have missed that, but Pedro Pascal being there. Apparently he was in the mix. I think maybe was Cardi B in the mix too. I think there were a bunch of people that were like kind of coming out of the woodwork during the show, which was great. But yeah, let us know. What do you think of the game itself? Did you like the commercials? I'm trying to think of any commercial that says a lot of AI. No, I couldn't believe how many. I was like, that's AI, that's AI, that's AI.
I think it was gambling, Ozempic, and AI. It's clearly what Americans are on right now.
I did like the Duncan one with all the
sitcoms. That was the only one I thought was great.
That was good. That was fun. Yeah. But it took me a second. I'm like, wait a minute, that's also AI. But it was really fun. It was still good. It was still good. Yeah. So let us know. Alice says hi, Noah.
Oh, hello, Alice.
Hello, Alice.
Blanco. How are you?
Yes. Happy Monday to you, Alice.
Monday.
Just another manic Monday. Well, weigh in. We have a lot of time. Again, we are live on, if you've never been on our stream before, we are live on Fox Local, our streaming app, which is available on smart TVs everywhere, as well as your phone. Everywhere. And the best part, it is free.
That's where you
are. And we're live on Facebook and YouTube, so if you don't want to miss anything or like to ask a question, which we will dig into the weather here in a moment.
Oh boy.
But yeah. Oh boy.
It's not looking tricky.
Yeah. I'm sure many of you, at least here locally, if you are watching this locally, eyes. If you're a huge NASCAR fan, eyes on the weekend, as are our eyes. So that'll be the system we'll be watching closely, trying to fine tune the timing as we get a little bit closer. But overall, high pressure in control right now, and it's going to make for a really nice start to our week. We're already. Well, let's see. We don't want that. Hello.
Oh boy.
Sorry, everybody. YouTube got a little sassy there. Okay, let's see. To the 7 of you watching on YouTube, if you have any questions, please. Hi to Omar. How are you? Thanks for hopping on. Appreciate it. Let us know if there's anything that's on your mind, Super Bowl related, weather related, anything of the kind. But big picture, we're watching some snow up across the Great Lakes right now. System coming across the upper tier of the nation with some snow in portions of Montana, across the Rockies, some showery activity across the Dakotas into Minnesota. But for the most part, the lower 48 looking pretty quiet, which we will gladly take. But across the Sunshine State, a little bit of cloud cover up across southern Georgia, the Florida-Georgia state line, but nice way to begin the work week. So we will take that. Hey, Jeff, how are you? Saying 78 degrees at approximately 4:45 a.m. Tuesday. Yeah, that's given the summer vibes. I'm not ready for that yet. I'm content with this It was still a little crisp this morning, but we did turn the heat off, so we'll see how it was a little cool in the house this morning. It was like 67. But temperatures are warming up, and if you're a fan of the warmth, if you're done with the freeze, the cold, wintry conditions, I think you'll be happy with what is to come. Hey, Paul, how are you? Thanks for hopping on. Happy Monday. Hey, Bonnie. Beautiful weather day. Wish every day. Yeah, this, to me, this is like, I feel like I can't say this as much because we are in Florida. I'd always used to say this is the top 10 day, but in Florida we do have a lot of days like this. So it's this is the perfect kind of weather. Temperatures in the low to mid 70s, plenty of sun. Speaking of plenty of sun, looks great. This is our launch credit union camera out of Port Canaveral. Looks picturesque. A couple cruise ships, the Disney Wish in, the Canaveral cruise ship in port right now. If anyone's maybe watching, maybe you boarded the ship, you're ready to go out on a nice vacation. Jealous. Hopefully you have a wonderful time wherever your trip may take you. Hi, Sarah. How's it going? You said you made a bunch of wings yesterday. If anyone made, back to the game, I'd love to know what you made for the Super Bowl. I feel like I just ate the worst food possible for you over the last 24 hours, and I feel like I need to eat something with a lot of color in it today, something really healthy, because I feel like we had wings on the morning show, we had pizza on the morning show. I was cooking it was just too much. We had more wings and more pizza and more dips. I feel like it's like the dip. All you eat is dips on the Super Bowl, but it's great that way. Hi, Sarah Krisno. Hello to you. How's it going? Happy Monday. But yeah, I had to be completely honest. I did have 3 wings for breakfast this morning. That was my breakfast. But I went into the fridge going to get a yogurt, but I'm like, I'm gonna have a couple of chicken wings. It's really nice. Here's a live look from our iDrive camera, zoomed into the Universal skyline. There's Volcano Bay, Hogwarts Castle over at Islands of Adventure. I don't know if it's quite water park weather, but I think probably by tomorrow it would not be a bad place to be. I mean, it's not bad to lay out in the sun, but tomorrow for sure, and really this week we are continuing the Florida thaw. Yeah, Florida boy turned Lancaster boy living on the other side of the world. Yep, that's me. That is that is definitely me. Here's a live look over Mount Dora and some of Lake Dora. Looks like a couple of people taking a nice long walk around the docks, the pier. I would be doing the same thing if I was out and about. Go soak in some sun, soak in some vitamin D. Thank you, Sirach. I appreciate it. Thank you right back at you. I appreciate the kind words. Now, the bad news is we do need the rain, and the drought conditions have continued to worsen. So that's something that we will be watching closely. We've already had burn bans in effect for some of our communities, including Orange County. Worst drought since 2012. I'm looking back at really one of the worst droughts for Florida ever. Back in the late 90s and early 2000s. This is not good. So hopefully we'll start to get some more meaningful rain. A bit of a pattern shift, the large scale climate pattern. So that could help us, which would be good as we start to head into the end of winter and into spring. Hopefully should help. But either way, extreme drought for Marion County and Alachua County, Levy County, portions of Dixie County and Gilchrist County, our Fox 51 locales, but dry to moderately dry conditions, moderate drought across a good bit of the metro. So not great, not good in that regard, but it's something we'll continue to monitor. Not great for the wildfire season either. Again, worst that we've seen in over a decade, and this could have a big impact on our quote-unquote wildfire season. Issues with the water table, in turn, sinkholes, and then already looking down the road a ways. If you have a tropical system, when you get a lot of rain in a hurry, that could be one of the big ways to kind of eat the drought up. But if say we have 2-3 big systems that dump a couple inches of rain, a few inches of rain, that could also help as well. So we'll be watching that. But it's It's always nice to have pleasant, dry days, especially this time of the year. But it's not great when you have a drought like this. Now, as you look through the next couple months, we do start to get more rain. Of course, the closer we get to the start of the rainy season. But this is these few months are essentially when we, at least starting off the year, have our lowest rainfall amounts on average. So, hey Adrian, how are you? Hopefully you had a great weekend, man. I don't know, were you off? I can't remember. I don't think I saw you this weekend. I don't think I did. But hopefully you had a great weekend. So you're asking, what are your thoughts on the weekend weather for PA? Yeah, I can imagine you would not want more snow. I can imagine that. Welcome back, Fox Local friends. Sorry I didn't do a good job cueing you on our break, but welcome back from break. Again, if you have any questions or you want to hop on Facebook or YouTube, you can certainly do so and weigh in. Let me pop back up our question of the day real fast. Super Bowl related, big game related. What'd you think? Did you watch the whole game? Did you watch it just for the commercials? Were you in it just for the food? Were you in it just for the halftime show? All of the above. D, let us know. Granted, I didn't have really a dog in the fight with this year's Super Bowl, but for many of you that know, I am from Maryland. I am a huge Ravens fan, and the Seahawks coach, Mr. Mike McDonald, used to be on the Ravens coaching staff, so I'm a big fan of him. So I was kind of pulling for the Seahawks in that regard. Adrian, you were there. Okay, well, I'm sorry I missed you, man. Yeah, I feel like it was definitely busy yesterday. We had some guests in. We were cooking. We were eating wings and pizza. It was a busy Sunday on Good Day Orlando, that's for sure. All right, back to the weather. Temperature's a lot warmer for many of us compared to where we were this time yesterday. It was a chilly Sunday morning. We had some spots that were in the upper 20s across Marion County, including Ocala. So frosty start. Many of you, if your car was left out, probably needed to do a quick scrape of the windshield. But certainly going to be a thing of the past this week. We're going to shake off the cold, and we're going to continue the thaw. 5 degrees warmer in DeLand, 7 degrees warmer in the villages. Oh, great, Sarah. I'm so glad your Super Bowl food was good. You said you made, let's see, big pot of chili. Ooh, smoked cheeseburger sliders. That sounds so good. Chips and dip, homemade soft. Oh, that's right. I was trying to think of what you said you were making yesterday. Homemade soft pretzels. That sounds delicious. Oh, I love that. That's great. I'm getting hungry just talking about it. We have some leftover pizza, some leftover wings. We have a bunch of fun things left over at our house right now, so we'll probably indulge in those little by little. But again, I'm trying to, I feel like I need to eat better. I have some vegetables, something healthy this week, or today. I feel like I need to go on a cleanse after all the greasy food. Adrian, it's actually going to be pretty nice. And I'll show you those lows, but no, it's looking pretty good tonight, man. That's great, Sarah. I'm glad you liked it. Yeah, I thought, it wasn't the most intense or most, what's the word I'm looking for? Vibrant of games. Definitely a little boring at times. I was shocked it was so low scoring heading into halftime. But yeah, it definitely got a little more fun later in the game. A little more action, that's for sure. All right, right now temperatures are in the mid-70s. Bushnell, Claremont, 74 in Orlando. Notice still a little cooler along the coast. We've had that onshore flow, so that's helped keep temperatures a little cooler. Still maybe not great to be eating out on the beach. If so, probably jeans and a jacket would be a good idea. But we're expecting temperatures tonight to be close to where they should be for this time of the year. Now notice, north and west of Orlando, the farther you get out of the metro, temp's going to be down into the 30s. So a good idea to still probably go out to the bus stop or out for the morning drive with a jacket. Could have some patchy fog as well. We'll be watching that. Fog season, right? This time of the year when you have high pressure in control, light wind, starry sky, temps can fall toward those dew points. You can get that layer of fog to form. So we'll watch out for that tomorrow morning as well. If you are getting out early, take it a little easy if you encounter some of that fog. But look at our afternoon temps. Upper 70s in St. Cloud, Claremont, Bushnell, almost 80 degrees. So we're going from below normal to back above normal. Yesterday we were below, just a touch below, but then we're right back above average. Today was like perfect, par for the course, right in around mid 70s. Excuse me, but tomorrow we are continuing to warm things up, which, you know what, you've heard me say this many times. After living in so many cold places across the nation, in Florida, the cold, it's like a novelty. But I think even myself, I'm kind of ready for some warmth. I've gotten to wear a lot of my cold weather gear, all my Spirit jerseys, things like that, the heavy jackets, the joggers, all the warm clothes. But I don't know. I don't know about you, but I'm kind of getting ready for some warmer temperatures. It's been brutal across the the Northeast. Had that Arctic air around, that's starting to shift away with that dip in the jet. Notice this ridge of high pressure above normal conditions starting to expand eastbound. And Wednesday there's a little dip. We're watching that. May bring us a spotty shower, but overall still going to stay above normal. Not going to tap into really that much cooler of an air mass behind that disturbance. But we'll show you that, Sarah. Yeah, I don't blame you. Yeah, come on down. Take a little vacay. You felt bad for the Patriots. No, they couldn't do much. The Seahawks defense is stout. That's why I love Mike Macdonald. Mike Macdonald was the Ravens defensive coordinator. He was great. Had the Ravens defense back of old, so to speak. All right, here's our Fox weather model. I have Futurecast pulled up here. And a weak boundary. But you can kind of see it stalls out heading into Wednesday, and we have that threat of a couple showers. Not a lot of sunshine, nowhere near a washout, but I think at least the potential for some sprinkles on the docket. Then that moves through, drier air works in, and we're starting to clear things out as we progress into the day on Thursday, our Friday Eve. So if anyone is maybe taking a long weekend across Central Florida, maybe you're visiting, looks pretty good. A lot more sunshine on Thursday. And check out the temps. There we go. Above normal all the way into the weekend. 78, 77, 77, 79, 77. Now, Saturday, I think we'll see a little more cloud cover for Valentine's Day. If you're getting out, have a slim chance of a couple showers. We are watching this storm system that is going to start to work its way into our neck of the woods, I should say, and that's going to help bring the potential for some rain, sadly, for the Daytona 500 weekend. So that's what we're going to be watching closely. Amy, yes, I agree. Bring on the Florida sun. Elizabeth, how's it going? Thanks for hopping on and watching from Titusville. Love it. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Yeah, I am excited about the warmth for sure. Now, here is the outlook as we head further into the future. This is February 15th through February 19th. This is the 6 to 10 day temperature outlook from the Climate Prediction Center. And you're looking at a likelihood now, especially across the panhandle, of above average conditions. And this looks to continue really as we head through the latter half of the month. Looking further down the pike, this is the 17th to the 23rd, even more of a likelihood across Central Florida of above normal conditions. Now, the not so good thing is, with the warmth usually comes the drier conditions. So that means, we will probably continue to see the drought conditions worsen, which is what we do not want to see. So here's the 6 to 10 day precip outlook. Now, with that system that we're watching for Daytona 500 weekend, you can see that there's the chance that we could see above normal precip with that system there. So that's some good news. But then you look at the February 17th to the 23rd, it looks a little drier for the southeast, including portions of Texas as well. So we'll keep watch on this. Again, it's the drought. That'll help worsen that as we head through the rest of the month. That's something we're going to have to keep a close eye on. Because I wouldn't be shocked if we start to see some more burn bans. Now, I think what I'll do is we'll wait to go through this. Or we'll wait to go through FutureCast until we get back from our break on Fox Local. So with that, let me pull back up our question of the day. If you haven't weighed in and you'd like to, let's just have a conversation about the game and our Sunday, right? I mean, we know that, maybe you don't know, there was another alternate halftime show that was going on Sunday evening. Did not watch that one. Was watching Bad Bunny and watching the halftime show on that was at the game. But whatever you thought about either one, I feel like the goal was just to have fun, and hopefully you had fun either way. Whatever you watched, hopefully you had a good day spent with your loved ones, spent with families, spent with friends. But I have to say, on just from my personal opinion, I thought that the halftime show was great. Loved how many celebrities were there. My mouth dropped when Lady Gaga came out and started singing. I'm like, what? This was so cool. And then to see, I was a huge fan of Ricky Martin as a kid. I remember the first time I heard "Living La Vida Loca." I was like, this is great. I remember jumping around the house. But I just thought it was a really well done halftime show, from the sets and just everything that was happening. And maybe you didn't realize that, but that was an actual wedding that was going on during the halftime show as well, which was really cool. Apparently, that couple invited Bad Bunny to their wedding, and Bad Bunny said, "No, why don't you come to the Super Bowl during the halftime show and get married?" So that's exactly what they did. So super cool. And I think that's going to be something you can tell stories on for years, that you got married during the halftime show, which I think is like something crazy. Like who gets to do that? But a lot of fun, a lot of good food. Commercials, I feel like I need to go back and watch. Welcome back, Fox Local friends. I need to go back and watch all of the commercials, because I feel like I missed a lot of those. I feel like I was going and getting more food and chatting with friends. Sarah, I'm glad you did. I'm glad you thought the halftime show was so good. I agree. Well, we don't have too much left. So much time to kick off the 407 with Marlisa, but I do want to go back into our forecast here. Now, this is I have this starting at 3 o'clock, and you can see that system looming off to our west here. A lot of rain across, potentially, Arkansas, Texas, Louisiana, into western Tennessee and Kentucky. This whole system starts to shift eastbound as we progress through our Saturday, and then we start to see this system getting closer to us Sunday morning. So the timeline is going to be key. That's going to be the big thing that we're trying to iron out as we get a little bit closer. I'm going to bring back up, there we go, that's what I wanted to bring up here. Yeah, so if you are here for the race, you're coming down later this week, or you're already down for the week, it's looking like the potential is certainly going to be there for some rain, at least sometime Sunday into our Monday. It's just the question is when. So let's go out a little further here. So if this is the case, again, we're likely going to see some tweaks little by little. This area low pressure starts to work eastbound into Sunday morning, and by the time we get into the day on Sunday, this front is lurking just to our northwest. So it's going to be warm and drier, likely a little breezy and even windy, maybe for the start of the race. But then the front itself isn't coming through until well after the race is over. So we'll have to watch the trends little by little. But if this is the case, we really wouldn't see any issues for the 500. So that's what we're going to have to. We always say let the trend be your friend. Looking at the data, but sometimes with a more potent system, sometimes you see the front get through a little quicker than forecasted, and if that's the case, then we could be seeing rain a little sooner, and then that could in turn have some issues and delays. So it's Elizabeth, I love that. So true, right? Coolest wedding venue ever. I mean, how can you not think that is awesome? Seeing them get married at and I thought the cool thing, which I wasn't sure, I wasn't sure if when Bad Bunny handed the Grammy to that little boy, if that was supposed to be a younger him, or just like symbolism, like, hey, you too, can win a Grammy, follow your dreams, whatever the case may be. But it was so cool, so cool. So be sure you stay tuned. We'll have more tonight at 5 and 6. No, we'll have the latest on the forecast. I'll be on the News Edge at 8 with Marlisa, so we'll have the latest then this evening as well. But make sure you keep checking in with the Storm team for the latest, because, again, there's going to be little tweaks. Make sure you're getting your weather information from a trusted source like us or your trusted meteorologist that you like to go to. Not, as we say, the social meteorologists. Make sure you're getting your info from a trusted source. But we're about 4 o'clock here on a Monday edition of Fox 35 Weather Plus. A little PSA, we love doing these. We want to get as many eyes on these as we can. So feel free to share these. Feel free to get the word out that we do these each weekday, Monday through Friday. We'd love to see as many of you joining as possible. We love when you comment and weigh in and bring your weather questions. Say hi. Bring really any questions. We just love hanging out for the half hour that we do. And we also just love any questions. You have questions for us, questions in any sort of capacity. We'll try to answer them as we get them. Sarah, you're saying they did not have a lot of good commercials this year. Yeah, I feel like I've heard a lot of that as well. Let's see here. So I got an email. I thought it might have been about the stream, but anyway, hopefully have a great rest of your Monday, and be sure to join Marlisa here in just about 30 seconds for the 407. So much fun coming your way from 4 to 5, and then we'll have Fox 35 News at 5 to get all the latest across the news and weather world. But we will see you tomorrow, same time, same place, at 3:30. Have a safe and enjoyable rest of your Monday, and if you have any leftovers from the Super Bowl, enjoy those as well. Bye.